Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
This is So I'm Watching the Show, your new favorite pop culture YouTube channel where we talk about movies, TV, music, and more. I wanted to record an intro because we're going to release some very old test footage of ours that was Riverdale. We covered season 1 and 2 of Riverdale, and because we have had so much fun with that show, for better and worse, and because it's been one of some of our most popular content, I was like, we've got this footage. It's not great. Like, our audio's bad. Yeah. We look different. There is no set. Yeah. But I think ultimately at the end of the day, I think the conversation is good. Mm-hmm. And I think it's worth releasing.
It's in my old dining room.
So yeah, we're definitely going to release season 1, probably season 2. And that's what this is. This is just a little intro for our Riverdale season 1 and 2 content. So you got to have options.
I see.
So please do enjoy.
Okay, episode 10, what?
You've just had, like, progressively fewer and fewer notes.
Yeah.
I can see.
I'm tired.
I'm tired, too.
Yeah,
it's been a lot of Riverdale today. It's been a lot today.
Okay, episode 10, The Lost Weekend. Well, they found it all right. Mm. This is a good one.
I like this one.
Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah. It's Jughead's birthday.
Well, okay, before we get fully into it, I think it's good because everybody's in a room together, which is really a lot of fun. At one point, everyone's in a room together.
Alice is spying from across the street.
Alice is spying from or next door. Mm-hmm. But I also love in stuff like this where the kids play Truth or Dare or something similar. I love scenes where, like, everybody's information gets out. Mm-hmm. That's what I love. So, okay. It's Jughead's birthday.
Well, yeah. Jughead was actually... Well, it's going to be like, Jughead was particularly insufferable in this episode, but the episode is also a little bit about that.
Yes, and he does acknowledge it about himself. Mm-hmm. He, like, knows that he's a pain in the ass. But I also... It's such an interesting thing because, on the one hand, the show is, like, not serious or like, you know, legitimate or realistic at all. And on the other hand... I can understand how someone like Jughead would be like, I've been burned before by stuff like this, and I don't want that to continue, so I'm doing things by myself.
Guess he just has a very, like, he's like, the fact that you even think that I would want this is proof you don't know me. And I'm like, yeah, she's allowed to make a mistake. Like, you're allowed to, like, overshoot something.
She also doesn't really know him. He was friends with Archie.
Yeah, well, because he makes that clear that she and Archie are his only friends. Yeah. Not even Veronica or Kevin. I remember being like, Jughead, ooh.
Yeah, not a good look.
And she does only invite Veronica and Ethel and Kevin and Joaquin. So she at least had that, but she does just sing happy birthday to him. Because you laughed at the end where he was like, thank you, Betty. That was particularly haunting.
That was haunting. It was like a lovely rendition, but nobody joins her. Like, nobody joins in the singing. So it's like just Lily Reinhart singing a very haunting version of Happy Birthday.
By candlelight. Well, and then, like, a lunatic Kevin tries to help him blow out his candles. But only Kevin.
That feels on brand for Kevin.
Yeah,
to me.
No. Yeah, so then Cheryl Cheryl is all over the place this season. Yeah. She evens out a lot in 2, 3, and 4. Mm-hmm. But why was she on the warpath in this episode?
Well, because Veronica took the Vixens from her.
Oh, right.
And Veronica only took the Vixens from her because she was like, your dad's the reason my dad's in jail. Right. So it's like a bunch of stuff that neither one of them knows 100% of the information, and they're just lashing at each other.
I forgot how good the girls were at the cheerleading routines, because Lily was doing a full-blown thing, and then there is the cheer-off with Veronica and Cheryl, where Cheryl is doing all the hairography. Veronica's
like, this isn't a dictatorship, and I was like, well, it's not a cheerocracy. I don't know what you're thinking.
She was like, this is a democracy. So then Cheryl and Chuck, who's back from being expelled. Suspended.
But he was suspended for a long time.
A very long time.
Gone for like 6 episodes.
Yeah, Cheryl and Chuck and Moose, because Moose is a fucking wild card. Yeah. They crash the party with everybody else. And Cheryl even, like, makes out with Moose. It was like, it was a lot.
The party is like really good.
It's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of footage of it, and like in the show where there's like a montage of it, and the boys take their shirt off, and it's like, but when FP's there, he shows up because Betty browbeats him into coming. And Jughead's like, you're the only adult here, and you have like a record, so you might want to get out. So FP like settles into the main house, like for a long winter's night.
Well, he really does. I had forgotten, or not forgotten, but I hadn't considered him having a record part. I just kind of was like, wouldn't he, as Fred's friend, be like, if Fred can't be here, somebody with some
Those
form
kids
of
were
authority?
drinking like it was the end of the world,
true.
and if he's the only adult there, he's gonna
like even Betty was hungover. Okay, you're right. You're right.
I mean, I didn't party like that until I was out of high school,
Same.
like 18.
Same.
I mean, that summer, but yeah. So I'm trying to think. Well, Betty threatened FP as the head of the neighborhood association or something.
Alice.
And, or did I say Betty? Yeah, Alice. And we get the first. It's shocking how actually brazen it is.
Yeah.
FP all but says, you used to be a serpent and you aren't anymore, but you could still get it. Yeah. And it was like, okay.
True.
So, and then Val and Archie break up for like the 15th time.
Well, Archie just keeps trying to get back together with her, and she's like, 100% no, I have already told you, and to the point where she like drowns him in beer.
Well, and I think this is also part of our issue with the Valerie thing, is because, first of all, yes, we like the character and the actress, and yes, we see potential in it, but it's like, the amount of plot she had in this season was like 2 episodes maximum, but they found a way to spread it over like 7 episodes. So it just made me feel like she...
Well, it makes you feel like she should still be around.
Like she's more consequential.
But it also waters down the legitimacy of every actual good plot point. It's very frustrating.
Because then afterwards, he like just like within hours just bones down. Well, I guess him and Veronica didn't bone.
I don't think they boned, but they definitely made out.
So, because he slept on Jughead's mattress, and Jughead just like white knuckled it all night long and into the morning.
There's couches.
While he was like sitting just straight Indian style, like. But so yeah, is there anything else? I mean, they talked more about Joaquin and Kevin being.
Veronica testified for Hiram, and he bought her new pearls and signed the card, "Daddy."
The beginning of a long line of pearl necklace references between them, between the two of them.
Instances of one or both of them saying "Daddy." Don't like it. And Betty did make Jughead a cheeseburger cake. Yes.
We haven't talked about the cheeseburger thing.
We haven't.
It's hamburgers in the comics, but Jughead famously eats hamburgers. Like, that's one of the few things that I knew about the comic going in. And they make it all the way until the final episode before he eats a hamburger.
Of this season?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it feels deliberate. Like, it feels mean. And there's even a special feature on Netflix of him just, like, sexily eating a hamburger to music and stuff. But...
Well, it also, though, his cake was shaped like it, and he is chowing down on it in the morning, just, like, with the whole carton of milk, eating the cake and drinking out of the carton of milk.
So...
But not a real cheeseburger until the end of the...
But they really... Yeah, I mean, a lot of these episodes are character building and developing because our core group of people sort of...
I'm trying to keep the dog from going to his water, but I kicked him and made him go fast. Sit down. Okay.
Yeah, there is a lot of character development and building where it's like, as of this part, our core characters are all kind of on the same page. Like, they're all friends with each other.
Yeah.
And the nature of their relationships are more solid in foundations. So...
Agreed.
So, yeah, a particularly good episode the first time around, not quite as much the second time, because it was, I think, the excitement of seeing them all.
Well, and Jughead's whole weirdo speech hits different after 3+ years.
I'm a weirdo.
And getting made fun of.
Have you ever seen me without this hat?
The
That's weird.
I almost went in the back and found us both beanies. I don't know where I packed them, though.
Because you're just kind of like, well, now I want to,
Now
like,
I
you have
know.
horns?
Yeah. It is weird that you won't say
Yeah,
that.
now that you mention it. So yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, that was
So-
party at Archie's house. Have you ever seen me without this hat?
Across the
That's weird.